Hey, welcome to the garden today. We're going to harvest and prepare our Hall's Green Blaze bush beans. This has a compact and upright growth habit that makes it really easy for picking. The pods are about 6 to 7 inches long. It's a hybrid variety and said to be one of the best heat-set bush beans out there. This is our first year carrying the seed as well as growing it. Look how beautiful those are, and I mean they are abundant. Look at all those beans on that one plant. This row is about 30 feet long. It is a perfect amount to do one canning of beans, which is like I like to do. Make sure you have your little chair out there. If you're like me, your back gives out every now and then. I have to stand and sit while I'm picking. I'm just gonna snap these ends off and can them whole. And you do have to can this with the pressure canner. Now, a lot of people's going to argue that they've done it for years with a water bath, and that's okay if that's what you want to do. But I like the preferred way because the steam pressure canner is the only way to reach the needed 240 degrees Fahrenheit temp to kill any microorganisms. Now, I'm going to give this a wash in the sink a couple of times on each side, get all that dirt off. I'm looking for any blemishes, any rust spots, any stings. You only want to put up good produce. Here I found one with a rust spot. I'm going to reuse my bands, so I'm going to give them a good wash in some soapy water and rinse and let them dry. Also going to do that to my jars. And be sure to use the right kind of jars, not the mayonnaise jars, because they won't hold up that high temp. I'm putting 1 teaspoon of salt in here. It's not required. It's just for flavor, personal preference. You can leave that out. I'm going to pack these beans in rather tight, compact, but not too tight that the water can't move around those beans. I'm using a raw pack method here, so that means the beans are not cooked, my jars are not heated, and I'll just be putting warm water in here. And the water in my pressure canner will not be boiling when I put it in there either. Isn't that pretty? So after I get them packed, I'm going to put some warm water and leave a 1-inch headspace at the top. And we have a well out here, so this is just water right out of my well. If you were in the city, you wouldn't want to put any chlorinated water in these. Be sure to wipe off those rims. Make sure there's not any particles on there that would keep them from having a good seal. And again, do not boil these lids. That is not necessary since you're putting them in the pressure canner. Actually, they recommend now that you don't need to boil them. So put your bands on finger tight. That's until you meet some resistance. If you do it too tight, they will end up bulking on you, and you will not have that seal. Now in my canner, I got 2 to 3 inches of warm water. I'm going to put a little vinegar in there to keep my water from getting cloudy. And you always need a rack between your jars and the bottom of your boiler. It does not need to come in contact with that boiler. Now that 30-foot row of beans gave me actually 8 quarts. I can only fit 7 in here, so I'll cook the others for dinner tonight. But that one row is perfect to do 1 canner of beans. Now I'm going to put my lid on. I have to line up my arrows and then turn it to the left. Put it on high, and you want to look and wait for that steam to escape. You need to let it escape for about 10 minutes, really at a steady rate before you put that weight on. Now the weight is going to be according to your altitude. If you're above sea level, you'll have to adjust the weight and the pressure according to your altitude elevation. So after 10 minutes, you need to time this. The steam escaping steadily. Put your weight on, and you're going to see that vent pop up, and you want to turn. You want to actually leave it on high, and it takes mine about 5 minutes to come up to 10 pounds of pressure. You need to watch this, keep your eyes on it. Once it gets up to 10 pounds, then you're going to lower that heat down a little bit so it doesn't keep climbing. And keep an eye on it. See here, it's went up just above 10, so I've got to bump my heat back down. And you may have to bump it up and down accordingly. After 25 minutes, you're going to take that weight off and take your lid off. And you do not do this until it's back down to 0. Lift those jars out on a towel. Aren't those pretty? You can still see that water bubbling in there. And you're going to let them sit undisturbed for 24 hours. And I always put a towel over mine. So after 24 hours, you want to check the seals. So just take the lids off, and you're going to pick them up by your fingers. If it stays put, it's sealed. You also can press with your finger and make sure it does not pop. The last step is you want to label these and put a year and date on them. Never want to have something unlabeled or not have the year that you processed it.